Yesterday, thousands of British patriots took to the street in Dover to protest against Islamic extremism and mass migration. They were heard chanting chants like "Send them back, send them back, send them back," and "Britain is our country and no extremists are welcomed here."
Send them back! 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 Send them back!
The British Patriots do not want illegal immigrants and do not want extremists in their country. They said, "The government ignores their claims always, but they won't back down until something is done."
Hundreds of thousands of them are coming from the third world. They're all working age men. There's hardly any women and children. And they're being put up in 4-star hotels, but at the same time they're robbing us, our pensioners, of the winter fuel allowance. There's homeless veterans on the streets. We'll probably find one in this town. So we are being treated like second-class citizens in our own land. Everyone here is fed up with it, am I right?
Stop the boat! 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 Stop the boat!
Before we cover the protest in full, if you've not already, subscribe to our channel and ring the bell for upcoming updates.
That's what our grandparents fought for in 2 world wars. That's right. This country will have a future that we can hand down to our children.
Save our children! Save our children! Save our children!
Yesterday, a significant demonstration unfolded in Dover, where thousands of British patriots gathered to voice their concerns over Islamic extremism and mass migration. The atmosphere was charged with fervour as protesters chanted slogans such as "Send them back" and "British is our country, no extremists are welcomed here." This rally reflects a growing sentiment among many Britons who feel overlooked by their government regarding issues of immigration and national security. The protest in Dover is a manifestation of broader anxieties that have been brewing within segments of the British population. Over recent years, the UK has experienced a surge in migration, particularly from conflict-ridden regions. While many see this as an opportunity for cultural enrichment and economic growth, others view it as a threat to national identity and safety. Concerns over Islamic extremism have further intensified these feelings. High-profile incidents of terrorism linked to extremist ideologies have left scars on the collective consciousness of the nation. For many, these events have solidified the belief that unchecked immigration could lead to increased risks. As a result, groups advocating for stricter immigration controls have gained traction, and their voices are becoming harder to ignore. The chants echoing through the streets of Dover were not merely slogans. They were expressions of a deep-seated frustration. Protesters conveyed a strong sense of unity, emphasising their collective identity as British citizens. The phrase "send them back" is particularly provocative, resonating with a long-standing debate over the rights of immigrants versus the needs of citizens. Participants in the protest articulated a clear message. They feel that their concerns about illegal immigration and extremism have been consistently disregarded by the authorities. Statements from various speakers highlighted this sentiment, asserting that despite their peaceful demonstrations and petitions, the government has failed to take meaningful action. This sense of neglect has galvanized the movement, fueling a determination among protesters not to back down. The reaction from government officials and law enforcement to such protests is critical. Historically, the UK government has taken a nuanced approach to immigration, emphasising the importance of diversity and inclusion. However, this stance has sometimes come into conflict with public sentiment. The challenge for the government lies in balancing the need for security with the principles of tolerance and acceptance that underpin British society. Critics of the protest argue that focusing on immigration and extremism can foster division and xenophobia. They caution against the dangers of allowing fear to dictate policy, warning that it could lead to the erosion of the very values that define the nation. On the other hand, supporters of the protest contend that failing to address these concerns could breed further discontent and unrest. In the age of digital communication, social media has played a pivotal role in organising and amplifying protests like the one in Dover. Platforms such as Twitter, Facebook, and Telegram have become essential tools for mobilising supporters and disseminating information. Hashtags associated with the protest gain traction, allowing participants to share their experiences and perspectives widely. However, social media can also be a double-edged sword. While it enables grassroots organising, it can also foster echo chambers where extremist views can flourish. The challenge lies in ensuring that the discourse remains constructive and focused on finding solutions rather than inciting further division. The events in Dover are not isolated. They reflect a wider trend seen across Europe and beyond. Similar protests have occurred in various countries, driven by concerns over immigration and national identity. The rise of right-wing populism has been a notable phenomenon, with many political parties gaining support by promising to address the fears of their constituents. The implications of these movements are profound. They challenge traditional political dynamics and force mainstream parties to re-evaluate their positions on immigration and security. As the electorate becomes increasingly polarised, politicians must navigate a complex landscape where the demands for security and the need for compassion coexist. While protests can serve as a powerful means of expression, they also highlight the necessity for dialogue. Engaging in constructive conversations about immigration, integration, and national identity is crucial for fostering understanding. It is essential for both sides of the debate to listen to one another and seek common ground. Government officials must be willing to address the legitimate concerns raised by protesters, while also promoting policies that uphold the values of inclusivity and diversity. Similarly, those who advocate for stricter immigration controls should recognise the need for compassion and understanding towards those seeking refuge from hardship. As the dust settles from the protest in Dover, it is clear that the conversation surrounding immigration and extremism will continue to evolve. The voices of British patriots have been amplified, and their concerns cannot be ignored. Moving forward, it is imperative that all stakeholders, government, citizens, and advocacy groups work together to address the complexities of these issues. By fostering an environment of open dialogue and mutual respect, the UK can navigate these turbulent waters. It is vital to create policies that address security concerns without compromising the fundamental principles of democracy and human rights. Only through collaboration can the nation hope to find solutions that reflect the values of its diverse populace. The protest in Dover marks a significant moment in the ongoing debate over immigration and national identity in the UK. As British patriots rally for their voices to be heard, it is essential for the government and society at large to engage with their concerns. The challenge lies in finding a balance between security and compassion, ensuring that all citizens feel safe and valued in their own country. The path forward will require courage, understanding, and a commitment to dialogue, qualities that are essential for a united and thriving society.